You were going up against like Tony Fadell and Google in these products.
Yeah.
How was that as a competitive match?
I mean, imagine like I'm literally like basically just out of my garage in this like tiny little space. I mean, like we had to like move, like there was like chalk lines where like the murders were, before we got there. I mean, this place was like rough when we got to it. This little tiny little like garage office in Santa Monica. We're Doorbot still. We're not even Ring. We're Doorbot, and we're trying to build Ring. And I'm so tiny. And Tony Fadell is like this just larger than life and Nest, and he buys Dropcam. And it's like, wah, 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 it's like, and Dropcam was, they were, doing some amazing stuff. And so it was, I would say it was very scary, but the other side was we had such a strong mission. So I had a super strong mission. I also had this thing where I always said, like, have people visualize, like, if we're not going to make it, I want there to be like a giant hole in the ground where our office was in Santa Monica. Like, we're burning the boats so much that like I want it to be a crater. If we like we're not gonna like squeak our way out of business. We are going to like literally be like the greatest bankruptcy of all time. Like, we're going for it. And so we really like truly, which is like a venture thing, is like we went for it. And I think any venture, if you interviewed any of the people that were in there, they were probably like, yeah, Jamie scared the shit out of us many times.
Do you think founders see competition right today? Do you think they use competition right? You said about burn the boats. People are like, oh, you should never, you shouldn't compare yourself to others. I want to. People say kill them with kindness. David Goggins says, no, like strangle them with your success. Like every run, I'm like, the girlfriends that dump me, I'm getting fitter. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say like, I think you want to be focused on like that. You have to exist for your customer. Like, you have to be like, the customer needs you so much that like, that's like, so you see competition and like, yeah, like Tony with Nest, like, I mean, it was like, he was at Google and he bought Dropcam. Like, I mean, I'm a human being. Like you see this, but I did get like the mission again, like that's where mission to me is of one thing. It's probably the strongest North Star, because if you have that, if you're missionary, like it's amazing if you look at like how missionary people are able to like defy gravity when they shouldn't be, because you believe in something that's sort of bigger than this like tactical business. Because on the tactical business side, if we said like, oh yeah, we're gonna out of our garage in Santa Monica, we should be fine going after Nest and Google, like in Dropcam, like that shouldn't be a problem. Like we're totally fine.
Would you ever invest in people without a mission? I'm an investor by day. I see a lot of people who do 4x4 quadrants and say highest margin.
Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
Because long term, it's like business changes, technology changes, like chatbot AI comes out, like what, like it's like I want, like what do you want in your soul to achieve? And if that's something that's interesting to me, then I want to back that. And I do like when it benefits society. It doesn't have to. I mean, there's people that do lots of things that make money that don't benefit society. I like putting my time, money, energy, brain power on something that has some benefit to society, because I feel like that's stuff that if I lose, I still won. Like losing trying to help people is still a good thing.